Welcome to Afternoons on 11. I'm your host, Melanie Moon, in for Christine Buck. We're 3 months into the new year, a year that began with lots of resolutions. Did you make a New Year's resolution, and have you kept it? The experts say by February 18th, 70% of resolutions have been broken. Now, one possible reason, because we just get too burned out before really having a chance to begin. And we are joined now with Dr. Starla Fitch. She is the author of an international bestseller, on Amazon's list bestseller. It's this book, Remedy for Burnout. And you've written a book because you want to help people with burnout. And I think maybe the first thing is maybe people don't really recognize they're burned out until it's really far. They've gone, to their final limit. So how do you recognize if you're on that path for burnout?
That's a great question, Melanie. And so many people have burnout. In fact, I read out the description for burnout to my mom, and she said, I think I'm burned out. So it's really a loss of personal accomplishment and a sense of cynicism and just feeling that you're just not as motivated as you used to be. And sometimes those things seem fairly natural. But I had a mother call me the other day and say that she was so grateful she has really bad allergies, because for 45 minutes a week she goes to have allergy shots so she gets away from the burnout that moms are having. Moms have their own special burnout.
Yeah, they do. And we're talking about getting away, and that old phrase that people always say, just breathe. But
Yes.
there's a lot to that. Take some time to breathe.
Yes. In fact, there's something that I teach clients that I work with that's really easy. It takes less than a minute. You pick something positive, for example, calm, and you pick something negative like fear. And you breathe in calm, breathe out fear. It's great to be in traffic, at the grocery store line, when you're waiting for your kids, picking them up in carpool, when you're getting ready to meet a client that might be kind of angry. So it's easy things that you can do. And one thing I do a lot that my family teases me about, Melanie, is humming. It turns out that when you hum, it builds up the nitric oxide levels in your blood, which means that it reduces your stress. So a lot of times I'll hum in the operating room and it works great. So people can hum in their cars too, and it reduces your stress.
Well, you're mentioning the chemical balance, how things can affect you. And we've all known that exercise can make you feel better. So does that play a role into keeping you from getting to that burnout phase?
Absolutely. I think exercise, sleep, good nutrition, all those things our mom told us for years, they're really true. And those are so important to just maintain things. And one thing I found that when you do an act of kindness, lots of people know that they talk about paying it forward. There's a neurotransmitter in our system called serotonin. When you increase your serotonin levels, it reduces your stress and it lowers your blood pressure, and it will improve your collagen tone. So you are more relaxed and look younger. So it's a win-win. Who wouldn't want that?
Right, that make you feel even better, right?
Exactly. So how do you get that? Well, you can, if I perform an act of kindness to you, both of our serotonin levels will go up. Or if we just observe someone, let's say we're at a stoplight and we're watching a little boy help an elderly person walk across the street. We don't even know them, but our serotonin levels go up, their serotonin levels go up. So just observing an act of kindness can help.
Well, and you were talking before about the self-worth thing, that
Yes.
Is this have play into that maybe you feel like your life doesn't have meaning, but then when you help someone, you feel like, okay, well, maybe I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going, but at least I've done something good on this planet, so that makes you feel a little bit better?
It's so important, that step of connection. Connection can make or break you, and it's very important in health. They found out that when you have lack of social connection, it is worse for your health than smoking, obesity, and high blood pressure.
Wow.
Isn't that scary?
Yes, that shows you how mental your physical health is.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Melanie.
What are some easy steps for our viewers at home that feel like, oh, this sounds like me? I think I have burnout.
Yes.
That they can take just, it's some easy steps just to get them started on the right path.
I think one thing is to develop a habit of having 10 minutes of quiet a day, and it might be when you're in the shower, it might be when you're driving, when you're almost to your destination, to school or to work. Turn the radio off and just visualize positive parts of your day. That's very easy. We all take baths or showers every day, and we can think about positive things there. Just visualize positive things in your day instead of dreading. We all kind of wake up like, oh my gosh. The first thing that you should think of when you first wake up is something positive. Kind of bookend your day. Wake up with something positive, like something wonderful is going to happen to me today. And when you go to sleep at night, think about 3 things you're grateful for. So you bookend your day with good things.
Like, don't get up and say, oh, this is going to be an awful day.
Yes,
and
like,
kind of
oh my
already
gosh,
starting your day.
Exactly. Like, I missed the alarm again, and now I'm going to be late, and it's like a domino effect.
Now, you talk about the C's. Is it the 4 C's?
Yes.
What are the 4 C's that we can learn from?
Okay, yes. I wrote a book, as you know, called Remedy for Burnout. And in it, I put 7 prescriptions doctors use to find meaning in medicine. What happened, Melanie, everybody was like, 7? 7's too hard. Can you make it a Reader's Digest version? So I boiled it down to 4. And they're clarity, creativity, compassion, and connection. So, you know, clarity is all about getting really clear. Like, the 2 most important things in people's lives that they want are happiness and a sense of purpose. Doesn't that just make sense?
Absolutely.
So if we need to know where we are and where we want to be, and that's that clarity piece. And I have people that I work with write down their ideal day. Would you live at the beach? Would you be at the lake? What time would you get up? You know, what clothes would be in your closet? That's real telling. Would you wear yoga pants every day, or would you be in fancy stilettos every day, or a business suit? So that's the clarity piece. And then, you know, creativity. We all need to find good ways of figuring out better ways to handle our day, like we were talking about in the shower, thinking about the positive things in your day. But even I tell doctors that I work with to try and get on a different, let's say you're going on the interstate, take a different exit home that might pass interesting architecture, or, and everyone can do this, or pretty houses. Bring your lunch in at least a couple times a day with something you really like instead of just accepting what's at the cafeteria. So the creative piece. And then compassion. Who doesn't need more compassion in their lives?
Absolutely. We're talking about compassion for you and for others.
Exactly.
Well, when we come back, we're going to hear more about how Dr. Fitch used this book or used these remedies for her own personal burnout, and how she's now helping others in the medical profession. We are back in a couple of minutes.